It is live. All right. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Agent Outreach Live. My name is Ryan Zolin. I have an amazing co-host, Miss Landry Morby. How are you doing today?
Pretty good. By the way, if anybody is like, I don't know if you've noticed that my eye is like so red. My cat stepped on my eye recently. So yeah.
I'm just trying to picture a cat stepping on your eye. Okay, yeah.
I was trying to move
Don't let
him
that happen.
and then it all went wrong.
It was all
How are you
downhill
today,
from there.
Ryan?
All right. So before we get into that, first things first, guys, don't let cats step on your eyes. I'm doing
Take it
good.
from me.
Everything is all good over here. Just, another day, another attempt at $1. I feel like it's obviously for everyone that has been here before, it's not as easy as it used to be. But the cool thing is that this strategy still works. So agent outreach, MLS offers, that's what this show is all about. We always get the $1 million question, and Landry, would love your input here or any question you got off this too. But I feel like the $1 million question always is, why agent outreach? Agent outreach obviously is real estate investing 101. There's a million different strategies. There's shiny object syndrome beyond all measures. You could go and learn creative finance. You could learn fix and flip. You could learn buy and hold, which is like 3 or 4 different categories. You could go and do any kind of, let's go in the conversation of private lending or development or so on and so forth. There's a lot, right? So the main thing I want people to understand about what we try to accomplish here is how to get started. I don't feel like there's really anybody out there that talks about what real estate investing actually takes, what it looks like from start to finish. And then most importantly, why should we listen to this crazy guy that likes to wear his hat backwards, that has it on forwards today for whatever reason, on what strategy is the best to get started? The reason I would tell you guys as to what I have to say might be important is that I've been doing this for almost 8 years, and pretty much everything that I mentioned of different strategies, I've attempted. So obviously not all of them in extreme depth, but what I can tell you about best place to get started is that you can't break the bank. Outside of real estate, we hear this a lot more, but the number one rule of small business is to stay in business. So let's talk about not just staying in business, let's actually create a business. Otherwise, what I think a lot of real estate investors got accustomed to over the last couple of years, outside of what we just referred to as like order takers, there really wasn't a skill set. There really wasn't anything that made you special. And that's not meant to be disrespectful. It's just meant to tell you that you had an expensive hobby. So if you got over leveraged, you're probably out of the business. If you were lucky enough to maybe spot what was happening, or you didn't have extreme overhead, maybe you scaled it back, but you're probably more confused than ever. Right now, a lot of the conversations I'm having with people that are pretty high level are people that have been there before. They've been through the 08, 09 crash. They've been doing real estate for almost my entire life, right? 20 plus years. These are the people that what it comes down to, it's really kind of cheesy, but it's stuff that I talk about very often inside my community, and I try to get as vocal as I can when I'm on social media. This is stuff that's consistency. It's going to be doing the right stuff actively. It's going to be who you surround yourself with. It's going to be getting that 1 or 2% better every single day. It's all things that maybe just go above our head because we don't take it all that serious. But if you understand that within real estate investing, because you're getting pitched a million different ways from people that may or may not be in the seat that you want to be in, how do you know the difference? Well, the difference is, do you want to spend money or do you not? Because if you want to spend money, direct to seller is phenomenal. If you have money to spend, whether it's a W-2 job or just high active income, inheritance, or whatever it is, buy and hold is amazing. If you want to go and turn small lump sums of money into bigger money, it's not as nice as it was before, but fix and flip is still an option as well. So with that, why talk about wholesaling? Wholesaling is, in my opinion, the best entry level to anything real estate investing. Now, where wholesaling gets to be very cruddy is that there's a lot of people that don't do it properly. They don't do it ethically. We see this a lot more in direct to seller, but even so with direct to agent, there was a conversation I had today with one of the agents at our brokerage that was talking about a deal that they had with a listing where a wholesaler was messing around. So going back, try to stay on topic here. Why agent outreach? Well, it doesn't cost you any money. It's going to cost you time, just like all the other strategies that I had mentioned. But if it's going to cost you time, no matter what, the only thing I'm going to try to save you is going to be the money. So agent outreach doesn't cost you anything. You have one of these, you're watching it on a computer, you have a CRM, if you even choose to have one, that's all you really need. A cell phone, a notepad, and a spreadsheet is what made me $250,000 doing this strategy my very first year. And then from there, it went to 750, went to over $1 million. This year, we did not clear $1 million in wholesale fees, but we still did over $500,000. So over $500,000 with not much expense. The only other thing that comes to our business model is that we have to pay out our guys and we got to pay out Uncle Sammy Boy. Aside from that, that's it. You could take
Yeah.
this strategy to the next level, make it the entire focus like what I've done. You could take this strategy and make it a stepping stone and use the capital that you've made without spending money and now go and invest into yourself, invest into fix and flips, buy and hold properties, maybe become a lender. I don't know, whatever it is you choose to do, at least you have the decision to make for yourself.
Mm.
So,
Yeah, love it. Yeah, there's such if anybody's here for the first time, which I know probably a lot of you guys have been here for multiple episodes, let us know in the chat if this is your first time to Agent Outreach Live. This is such an awesome show that if you guys go back and watch any episode, I was literally just talking about it on a training this morning, right, and telling people about the show today and letting people know that all of the lists that whether we pull up a list of active listings and you go ahead and call the agents on those, or if we just do what we're going to do today and just pull a list of random agents that are, just outputting and doing a lot of deals, that the conversations are good. Even if somebody doesn't work with investors, they're not yelling at you. But it's such a small handful. Wouldn't you say most of
oh
the
my gosh,
people that we've
absolutely.
been reaching, they've been like, oh yeah, I have this
Would love to help
buyer.
you out.
Yeah.
Yep.
I love it. That's what
Yep.
I think is so cool about this strategy.
We've had
And
people inside of our Discord that, again, if you're new, I take at the end of the show, if it's not in Arizona or Florida, the market that you guys choose live, we take the agents that we've talked to and we give them out to people in our community. First right of refusal and priority goes to our students that are in Diamond. But outside of that, it just goes to those in the public. So we actually go out and give away the agent's information of the people that we were talking to live on the show. The only thing I ask of you, I did the upfront legwork. Don't make me sound bad, please. So if you have
yeah,
questions or need help with JVing the deal, by all means, we have people in our community that are willing to help you. We've actually had people in our community that have closed deals from the agents that I've given them from the live show here with you guys. So if that's not a testimony to it, go back and rewatch some of the episodes. I will tell you, obviously, I don't want to give away all the secrets that some are better than the others, but there's some episodes in there where we were just back to back to back to back, great conversation after great conversation. And I think that's really worth mentioning for those of you that go direct to seller. If you're out there sending mailers, sending texts, cold calling, RVM, I'm sure there's a few others I'm missing. You're probably getting told to put something somewhere plenty of times throughout the day. I'm
yeah,
saying that because I've done it. I'm out there doing the text, doing the calls. The agents are much, much nicer. If you guys don't realize this, I encourage you to just call a couple agents or just, again, hang out here for a little bit, watch me do it. The agents aren't going to yell at me. They may say there's no deals on the MLS. I don't work with investors, but that's where the strategy actually comes to be a little bit more in play. What I do really isn't anything special. It's just through the power of more failures plus experience that I have a little bit more success. I'm nothing different than what you are watching on the other side over wherever you're watching this for that matter. That everything I'm doing, you could do too. Just the more experience you have and the more calls you make, you're going to find what these agents are and are not willing to do for you. Aside from that, the only other thing you could do is know your rights, protect yourself, which typically is in the form of an inspection period and earnest money being refundable. Outside of those two terms, there's really nothing else you need. Don't go and submit an offer at $1 million cash for a property that's worth 100,000. But we always talk about this too. The importance of being a credible investor is not just going and JVing and being a partner to somebody else that has a buyer's list. It's going out there and having the direct relationship with the buyer. It's having the direct relationship with the acquisition person or with the agent that brought you the deal. In best case scenario, you source the deal on the MLS, you make a commission and a wholesale fee, and you turn around and sell it directly to the end buyer. Everybody wins. That's the entire business model. Now, how do you go and do it? I mean, you start somewhere, right? I was talking to one of our students before the show started, and we were talking about all these systems and stuff. And I was extremely transparent on some of the systems that I'm using, but I was also telling them that, every system has like pros and cons. Like no system is going to be perfect. No system is going to do everything for you. So if in your head, you need to have a perfect case scenario that everything's going to be done for you, it's going to be extremely tough. It just doesn't happen. Realistically, you got to just start and figure out what the best routine is for you. One of the practices that I'll mention just as like the last little tidbit before we start calling, shout out to Steve Trang. This guy is one of the most amazing mentors. He's introduced me to so many amazing people. I was doing a little mentorship meeting with him. This was probably 6 months ago now. And I was struggling. Obviously, just like a lot of other investors, there's a lot of ebbs and flows that we were dealing with. And I couldn't figure out what exactly it was that I was trying to do at scale. So first off, there was a lot of thoughts that I was going from 30, 40 deals a month to like 10 ish on a great month. That's a pretty big drop. So what Steve had told me to do was that I needed to go back, read the book Who Not How, which if you haven't read that book, it's amazing. The next piece is what was the most valuable, which was that he asked if I was even doing things that I enjoyed doing. And for whatever reason, in the real estate investing space, we are accustomed to hearing hustle, 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 and it's just 24/7. But no one wants to take a step back and ask if what you're doing actually makes you happy, or more importantly, if it's even going to get you to where you want to be. So Steve has those conversations with me, challenged me accordingly, and he said, I want you to write down a list of these few things. So for those of you that are watching this live or watching the replay, write this down. Take this from me. This is literally expensive mentoring from Steve that I'm giving to you guys for free. You need to write down 4 categories: what you are good at, what you enjoy doing, what you're bad at, what you do not enjoy doing. Do you want to know what all 4 of those lead to? Self-awareness. It's clarity. It's understanding what your strengths and what your weaknesses are so you could delegate accordingly. Once you start to be able to realize what it is that you enjoy doing and how you could do that more, do you want to guess what the results are afterwards? I would imagine if you're happier and you're doing the things that you're best at, that means the things that you're not good at and the things that you don't enjoy doing, you don't deal with. So that means you're probably happier, you're making more money, which probably makes you more efficient. And then that gives you a better peace of mind and harmony of what we all try to call as a work-life balance. Sounds pretty freaking cool to me. So obviously the last 6 months I've been working really hard on some of that personal development stuff, and it's worked. A lot of the stuff that I spend time doing now is stuff like this, stuff that I enjoy doing, stuff that I think that I'm good at. And on top of that, I'm spending less time doing things that I don't enjoy doing, like cold calling, which is ironic, right? I'm about to cold call. I'm also spending less time going in and doing some management stuff. I'm spending more time overviewing and leading than actually going and doing integration type work. So that's just me kind of pulling back the curtain, sharing with you guys some of the stuff that I'm experiencing, some stuff that I've learned. And then also too, hopefully giving you that clarity and peace of mind that you could do this strategy too, from the comfort of your own home or wherever it is that you have a Wi-Fi, as long as you are motivated enough to make the calls.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah. I think that that's the big piece as well. It's like you have to have that motivation as well. And that why inside of why you're going to be doing that and making that step and taking the action. So
have to.
Super valuable.
It's funny. We talk about it. It's all like cliche, but at the end of the day, it's the stuff that really does make the biggest difference. I really think that right now, especially, it's community. If you feel like you're alone, if you feel like you don't have someone that could help you out, that's a problem right now. You need to find that person. So if it's somebody that's at the top of that community, whoever it is that you invested into, if it's someone within their community, if it's a student leader within that community, if it's a JV partner you met at a meetup, just find a way to make sure that the people that you're getting the information from, you could obviously vet. And then from there, I mean, ride the wave. It's not all going to be rainbows and butterflies as we've seen, but what it does create is opportunity. And as people talk about collaboration over competition, the craziest part right now is a lot of your competition is exiting. So through the power of collaboration, you're probably going to be able to accomplish more. It's just a matter of making sure, again, it's towards getting you in the direction of whatever your goal is.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
Cool.
And by the way, I see, Charles, your comment, it was Who Not How was the name of the book.
Cool. What market are we calling today?
Do you want to do a vote or do you want to
do a vote? Let's do it.
Okay. Yeah, let's do a vote, guys. We want to do Cary, North Carolina, or Austin, Texas.
Cary, North Carolina, or Austin, Texas. All right. So if they want Cary, North Carolina, put a 1 in the chat. And if you guys want Austin, Texas, put a 2. Let's rock and roll. Okay.
People are like, Houston.
What's up? Got my guy here. Shout out to Dan. If you guys do not know Dan, he is an incredible human. He's inside a couple of real estate communities. This dude's just a hustler. One of the most amazing guys out there. If you guys are not doing deals with Dan, make sure to reach out to him. Okay.
Let's see. Did we say
do the math
Austin?
on that one, Andrew? Looks like we got.
Wait, what did you say?
I said you do the math. You tell me.
Did we say 1 was North Carolina or Austin?
North Carolina, 2 is Texas.
Oh my gosh! Now Dan's doing 3, 4.
Looks like Carolina might be the winner there.
Yeah, I think that'll be a good mix up. Let's do it. Okay, let me grab this for you.
Also, I have no idea where this is.
Yeah, why did I grab Cary? I can't remember.
How do you spell Cary? Carrie?
Just Cary.
It's totally spelt like North Carolina. I always feel like Carolina got me like messed up. Like it was Raleigh, the first one that.
Oh yeah.
Unique, very unique. All right, Cary, North Carolina. All right, what's up, Anthony? Anthony Vega. Him and his wife are awesome humans as well. You guys, make sure to comment. Like, it sounds crazy, and I'm usually pretty good at saying at the beginning of the show, but this is a community. So regardless if you're an agent investors or in another community or whatever, you're here live or you're here watching the replay. We do this show literally for $0. We do not get paid to do this show because our entire focus is giving back and providing value. We do pull a list, and so this is my one and only like sales pitch. We have Landry here because she works for an amazing company called Batch Leads. Batch Leads, Batch Service. Is it Batch Service or is it Batch Leads?
I mean, Batch Service.
Cool. It's Batch. Okay. Batch is incredible. I'm in their amazing office, as you guys could see. Shout out to Batch. There it is. Batch is an incredible company that offers a solution like the one that we use today to go out there and pull the data of real estate agents. So I always get DMs and people that comment in our Discord asking, Ryan, where do you get your lists of realtors? I get it from Batch. Batch is incredible. This is the one thing I was begging for. And like it being a Christmas miracle, they said, Ryan, we have a new category in Batch called agent outreach. I was just amazed. So I sat down with them, obviously went through everything, and I couldn't believe what was in front of me. You were able to go out there and filter the agent lists by deals done, by the volume of deals, by the deals they have pending, the volume of the deals itself that is sold, by the city, by the state, by the brokerage, by the name. Use that with great responsibility, please. I just told you that my information's out there, but it is because every realtor is accessible through agent outreach on Batch. So if you're trying to find realtors, look no further. This is the best service to go out there and be able to use. That's my one and only sales pitch. We have a link at the end you can click on. It comes with a free trial, and also Landry's at 1,000 free realtors.
Yeah, 1,000 free. Yeah, 1,000 free records that you guys can pull in your trial. But yeah, just like what Ryan was explaining, this is how easy it is. It takes me seconds to pull up a list of real estate agents in wherever, like today we're going to do Cary, North Carolina. And then, you can pull up the listing count that they currently have active on the market right now, how, the volume that they're doing, the listings that they've sold in a time period. Those are usually the only ones I do. I find somebody that has a few listings currently and that they've sold, a handful in the past 6 months. And then it pulls up a list with literally all of their info. You don't have to skip trace. It's just ready to go. It's pretty awesome. So,
and it's literally right there in front of you. And so the numbers that Landry texts over to me, just so you guys know, unfortunately, we have to be compliant with what we're using. So shout out to YouTube, but we cannot use any personal information. Even though licensed real estate agents are a commercial registered number and it should be accessible, we are not allowed to share any of their phone numbers, which is why I do it afterwards inside of the Discord. So if you guys are inside of the Raleigh, North Carolina market or the Cary market, which seems to be the outskirts of Raleigh, feel free to message us in the Discord, and I'm more than happy to share with you guys the numbers that we got today from Batch. So with that said, let's make some calls, Landry.
Let's do it. And then I got your back with making your notes.
All right. Perfect. Calling Chuck. The first number or second number, Landry?
Oh, yeah. By the way, I should have told you that. The first number is his, and then the second one, just in case if you wanted it, is the office.
Cool. I saw the comment there. There you go, Tony. The Discord, it's free. There is no sell or pitch or anything like that. We just do live coaching calls every morning. It's ran by a guy in our community that literally does what I'm doing here today, just for everybody every morning if you are not able to attend this live.
Hello, it's Chuck.
Hey, Chuck. This is Ryan. I'm calling from Arizona. I'm trying to find an agent out in the Cary, North Carolina market.
Is this for you?
Yeah, for me. I'm looking to purchase a property.
Sure.
Awesome.
How can I help you?
So I'm trying to get a little more familiar with the area. To be fully transparent, I've actually never stepped foot in Cary, North Carolina, but we've got some connections out in that market where the only thing I'm really missing at the moment is a realtor and then obviously the market knowledge. So what I'm trying to put together is kind of the team and the operation that could help me with closing more deals. And one of the markets that we're expanding out to is that North Carolina market.
Okay.
Do you work with other investors or
I've been doing this 40 years, so
Oh, so
let you
definitely.
answer that question for yourself.
Yeah, that's a definitely for sure. Okay. Well, I'm an investor. I'm looking to basically fix and flip properties, but I'm also open to holding some. I'm more than happy to show you some of our past stuff that we've done in Arizona, but we've been priced out, just to be honest. I mean, this market's tough. And so we went from doing a lot of deals to a little. And so now we're starting to open up some virtual markets to where we could go and fix and flip. And then if the right opportunity popped up to cash flow, we'd also hold the property.
Right.
Yep.
Well, just to give you an idea, everybody and their brother is in this market.
That sounds fun.
Trying to do what you want to do. And it is a race to the bottom, race to the top, or whatever you want to call it. We don't have a lot of distressed properties here because of the market. But if you will do this, I'm getting ready to head out to an appointment. If you'll shoot me an email to Chuck and Cindy at chuckandcindy.com, tell me a little bit about what you're looking for, and let me give you a call back tomorrow, and we'll go a little more in depth and see how we can help you.
Sounds good to me. I appreciate that, and good luck at your appointment.
Okay.
Thanks.
I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Landry, you missed it. I just closed the deal. I'm just kidding.
That's what I thought was going to happen. And
no, Chuck is awesome.
Really ended so quick.
Great conversation.
What else did he say?
He was about to go to an appointment. Everybody and their uncle is in that market. It's a race to the bottom. It's a race to the top. Everybody wants to do the same exact thing that I'm doing, but he'll let me know. So he's going to an appointment now. He told me his website. Didn't catch it. I think it was him and his wife. But I'm going to go reach out to them. If you could just make a note for that one that they are interested in talking tomorrow, but he's a willing and able realtor. He's been doing it for 40 years.
So nuts. He's like, so you can just answer that for yourself.
Yeah. He's like, if you want to put 2 and 2 together, buddy. And I'm like, all right, grandpa.
You're like, hey, not every realtor does, eh?
Never met a young guy named Chuck. Like, just kidding. All right, I'm calling Candace.
Thank you for calling Long and Foster. If you need
It's like a Rose, or like Roberta. Like those are all.
Oh yeah.
Have you ever met like a baby named like Roberta? Like
no, but that'd be pretty interesting.
That was an office line. I'm gonna try the one under it. I think that might be the same.
Oh, it is the same. Okay.
Thank you for calling Long and Foster.
How do you transfer a call to each team member? I don't.
To inquire about other Long and Foster services, or if you have questions or comments, please press 2.
Anthony, absolutely. I definitely take what he has to say serious. I think that he is serious. He's just he doesn't have time, so he's trying to just be efficient. He's probably getting many of these calls and texts every day, so I just have to stand out. All right, Landry, we're on to the next one. This Candace one was just an office line that doesn't go anywhere.
Okay, Eric.
On to Eric.
Hi, this is Eric Schwartz with Lanco Realty. I'm away from my phone. If you leave a message, I'll get back with you.
So usually I'd recommend double dialing. In this case, just to show you guys a variation of how you can leave a voicemail. Hey, what's up, Eric? My name's Ryan. I'm based in Arizona calling. I'm trying to find a realtor out in North Carolina. If you can give me a shout back, this is my cell. I'd appreciate it. Thanks. One thing you want to make note of as you're going in, leaving voicemails or sending texts, you have to remember who's on the other side. So for example, if I was going to go out there and try to just call someone and leave a voicemail saying, hey, my name is Ryan. I'm looking to get any off-market opportunities or fixer-uppers. that's where I think Chuck is right. Everyone and their uncle is doing the same thing. Now, if I said, hey, my name's Ryan, I'm looking for a realtor, trying to get some stuff answered. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm in Arizona. Can you help me out? What does that sound like to a realtor? It sounds like a referral. It sounds like opportunity. It sounds like business. Sounds like a buyer. It sounds like everything in the entire world you could ever ask for as a real estate entrepreneur. So why wouldn't they call me back? Well, the only way they won't call back is if they just, for whatever reason, have their cell phone off, they missed the message, they're out of real estate, or they're just, not here. So let's call, who's the next one? Was it Cal? I'm going to butcher that name. Callian?
Callan? Maybe it's just, I bet you it is just Callan.
I'm going to go for it.
Yeah, it is. I think go for it.
Hello?
Hi, I'm trying to find a realtor out in North Carolina. I'm not sure if I've got the right number.
It's me.
Oh, awesome. Yeah. How do you pronounce your name? Kellyanne? Awesome. Nice to meet you. My name is Ryan. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Awesome. I'm trying to find a realtor out in the North Carolina market that could assist me with purchasing a property. I'm not sure if you service in the Cary, North Carolina market, or if that's like out of where you work.
I'm good for now. Thank you for your time.
Yeah. That's the worst thing that could happen. And also too, I could tell there was a disconnect from the start. I don't know if he was a traditional realtor. I kind of got the vibe that he was either like a new home build or he was someone that works on a team. Usually I can take that one a little bit further, but that dude wasn't talking today.
No.
How do you pronounce this one, Landry? Myrai?
I got the wrong.
You have reached the law offices of Christopher Rush and Associates.
On to the next.
I always like to listen to the voicemails and I'm like, oh, that's how you say it.
The funniest thing here, just for everyone watching, to make sure you all understand, Landry gave me the list of names that are probably the most difficult names that we've had on this show so far. So
I did that on purpose. I'm just kidding.
I had a feeling.
Oh, pretty funny.
Hey, you've reached Burke's Counsel with Chase Properties. Please leave me a message and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And thanks for calling.
Hey, Burks. This is Ryan just calling about some properties out in North Carolina. I could use some assistance from a realtor. If you could just give me a shout back. This is my cell. Thanks. On to the next.
Nice, straightforward. Linda, there you go.
Yeah, so I don't count that as a conversation.
Press 1 for English.
What?
For English, please press.
Hello,
and please listen carefully as our menu options may have changed. Calls are recorded for quality assurance.
It's from high tech freaking.
Oprima 9 para español.
I chose English.
We're very excited to tell you about a special promotion.
You're like, we're going to give it to Spanish anyway.
It will only take a moment. By answering just a few questions, we will find out if it's for you.
No, we don't got time for that. We got deals to do. I'm calling Judy. Raylan, conversations in a day. I aim for 50. It depends on if you're more MLS focused or agent outreach focused.
Hi, you've reached the voicemail of Judy Hagopian Edwards with Pink Pineapple
Sometimes
Realty.
it's just like that.
Kindly leave a message at the tone, and I'll
Pink
return your
Pineapple
call
Realty.
as soon as possible.
Wait, that was her.
Yeah, that's her company.
The broker.
Hey, Judy. My name is Ryan. Calling about some assistance I need from a realtor out in North Carolina. I'm based in Arizona. If you could just give me a shout back, this is my cell. Thanks. Dan, absolutely. Deal with Spanish speakers all day, every day in Phoenix. I find the people that could speak Spanish. This is one of the downfalls to high school. Ryan did not know that Spanish would have gone a lot further. Obviously was not thinking properly. So I took sign language. So it comes in handy.
Okay, cool.
I've been waiting to use that joke. That was such a good one. But yeah, no, aside from that, you missed it. I said sign language comes in handy.
Oh, of course it.
Is that a good one?
That's cool, though.
Sorry, guys. 25-year-old with the dad jokes did not hit today. But
I liked it.
I know sign language. I don't know Spanish. That was all.
I always wanted to learn Spanish, but then I always forget about it.
No one wants to answer the phone.
I know, right?
It's all good. We're on to the next one. We're going to fly through this list.
I know. I have another list as well.
If you're looking to make offers on the MLS, Raylan, your competition's being told to do 5. So whatever you can do about that. Hello? Call back. This is the only time I'm double dialing today because I think they answered, but you know what it is, Landry? I don't have an energy drink. That's what messed
did you know
me
what?
up.
I was literally about to ask you that. I
That's what
literally
messed
just
me
had
up.
the moment. I was like, where's his energy drink
No,
today?
I mean, maybe
Maybe
just need to go on the table. Okay,
that's
so
like your
if you're whether you're superstitious or not, we're okay now. We're fine. We have it on the table. We're ready. This next
I
one's
had
gonna be a
hoped that you
deal.
weren't going to be drinking them anymore.
All right.
To ensure the highest quality service, this call may be monitored and
Good.
recorded.
Hope it is. Just
Thank
answer.
you for calling Path Mental Health. To proceed,
That's not it.
press 1.
It's not the brokerage, Landry. That's the wrong number.
Right.
All right, Kim.
Which one are you on now? Kim? Okay.
Anthony, great question. Yes and no. I don't think you need to go spend money on any of those digital numbers to be able to have. But if you were making that your primary market, for sure. First getting started, cell phone's awesome. Hey, Kim, this is Ryan. I'm based in Arizona trying to find a realtor out in North Carolina. If you can give me a shout back, this is my cell. Thanks. You know, I'm going to try to spin this to be positive just for everyone. First off, I know it's crazy. I'm human. This strategy is not always perfect. Every now and then, agents do not answer their phone. It's probably one of the biggest downfalls to the strategy. But with that said, do you see how many calls I'm making over and over and over again? I'm not beating myself up. I'm not going to go get up and go walk around and make myself some food or turn on a Netflix show. I'm just back to back to back to back to back. At the end of the day, what the KPIs are is going to be a minimum of 50 conversations as a goal. Realistically, I mentioned it earlier, responding to one of the comments with Raylan. I think it depends heavily on what your strategy focus is. So what I mean is, are you focused more on agent outreach or are you focused more on MLS? I think you can do both, but I think that you really need to primarily focus on one. So, for example, if it was MLS, if you were doing MLS offers every single day and that was your primary focus, like what I do, 10 offers should be your goal minimum. Realistically, in order to get 10 offers out, just calling agents that have the listings active, you're probably talking to about 40 to 50 different agents to be able to submit 10. So 1 out of 5 is going to be submitted as an offer. Now, all that said, there's going to be some days that you call 10 agents and it's 10 offers. There's going to be some days you call 50 agents and it's no offers. So where the heavy focus on MLS comes into play is understanding that you're still actually killing 2 birds with 1 stone. So with the MLS, you're still contacting agents. Is that an agent that you can now put into a follow-up process? Can you keep that address in the back of your mind or on a spreadsheet or in your CRM so that when that deal closes, the next time you go to follow up with it, maybe the conversation is not, is this property still available? It's, I see you just sold that property that I submitted an offer on. Just want to say congratulations. Do you have any other listings coming up soon? That's where the game kind of comes into play. So now the other side of that, let's just pretend it was more focused on agent outreach. I know this number is crazy to a lot of people, but 75 to 100 conversations minimum is absolutely doable. I don't even know how many conversations I've had today. I think it's been 1 or 2. I don't think they were great combos, and I don't think they're going to lead to anything. I think Chuck had the most potential, but I don't think Chuck's my VIP. I don't think he's going to be the one and only realtor that's going to help me. He was very discouraged. He's been doing this forever, and he didn't really seem like he was going to go put all that much effort into finding an opportunity. Doesn't mean I can't work with him. Just don't put that guy as one of your top qualified realtors to reach out to over and over. For those that are agent investors, that's probably a tier 1, maybe a tier 2, but he has to prove himself and be willing to get to work. So let's call the next one.
Okay.
Kathleen. Tom, I like cell phone. Realtors are humans. If you use a Google Voice number or an automated messaging system of some type, it loses that sense of like genuine.
You've reached the voicemail for Ryan Wells. Please leave your name and number, and he'll get back to you.
Crazy.
This is a hard name too. I do not. That one I have no idea.
Associates Realty. Please listen carefully to our menu options as they have recently changed. If you know the extension of the person you are calling, please enter it now or press star for a dial by name directory. If you are a prospective tenant and have a question about a property, please visit our website at blockrealty.com/inventory. To schedule a showing, press 1. If you are an owner and would like information about leasing your home or using our property management services, press 2. To speak to our front desk, our property management department, or if you have maintenance emergency, press 3. For our business hours, address, and fax number,
We're just going to try this one, see where it goes.
So many options.
All right. Come on, magic drink. Come on, magic drink. It's the wrong flavor? Like, I don't know.
I think so.
What even is this? Sour pink lemonade. Is this
Like,
new?
I can make a. You haven't had that one before, so.
may be recorded for
I was gonna
training
say
and
it.
quality
Yeah.
purposes.
Logan Associates Realty, Lady King. How may I direct your call?
Hi. I was hoping to find an agent that could assist me with purchasing a property. I don't have one specific that I'm looking at. I was just trying to find a realtor that could kind of help me get more familiar with the area before I make that decision.
Sure. So just to make sure you want or you're looking to purchase a property, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, no one is available to assist you at the moment, but let me just get some information from you to pass the message along to Mike. May I have your first and last
Gotta be
name?
correct. Gotta be correct. It's all good. I appreciate it. If no one's available now to chat, then I'll just try calling back tomorrow if I can't find a realtor tonight.
Sure. Well, you can do that.
Man, if this is your brokerage and that's your receptionist,
You just lost.
fired.
Yeah.
Also, too, I had to bite my tongue because normally Ryan behind the scenes might have said some aggressive words while the phone was muted, of course, and hung up because you're not going to take down my name, my number, all this information. You want to run my credit too? Like, I'm not even a qualified person, and you're over here trying to do what exactly? No one's available to help me right now. What are you doing at the office then? Like, if you're at the receptionist position for what? To answer the phone call and not qualify people properly? To not push along the phone call to the realtor that could close the deal? Look, and that's not meant to be a dig or anything at the person that employed that person or even that person as an individual. That was just 100% incorrect as the receptionist, and yeah, they missed out. It's okay.
And I was like, dang, what if you had a name to direct it? I'm like, somebody's got to be available. I feel
Well,
like that's
they should, and that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
That's my point, is that as a receptionist or as the person that answers the phone on behalf of a brokerage, somebody's always available. I don't even care if they don't answer the phone. You send them to that person's voicemail, and then you hope the client left the voicemail. That's still not even doing everything in their power to get the deal done. This one right here saying no one's available. What if I had like millions of dollars to spend like today and I wanted to sign a contract tonight on a property that I want to go look at right now?
fine. You just have to end up finding another agent. So they're
That's why, I
lost.
mean, if you guys notice what I did there, that was a little bit of my like strategy, just because this doesn't pop up often. I was like, hey, well, I'm okay. I'm not going to give you my information, but I'll just call back tomorrow if I can't find another realtor. And she
Yeah.
said, yeah, you do that.
I know. I was
Little does she
expecting
know
her
that
to
I can't get a
no,
realtor to
let me
answer the
check.
phone, but if I could, I will. So,
I
no,
was
that was just,
surprised. She's like, "Yeah, sure. You go
yeah, she's like,
ahead."
honestly, that
Do
makes sense. Like, it all checks out to me. No,
that. Gina has some deals.
Gina does have some deals. I think the energy drink is broken.
I think so.
That's fine. It's like Hot Tub Time Machine. Have you ever seen that movie?
Hi, you've reached the voicemail
No.
of Tina Miller with
No?
399 in.
Yeah,
I will
because I've
return
just
your
heard
call.
So that's
terrible
like they
things.
take like a bunch of these like energy drinks and they pour them in the hot tub, and that's what makes the hot tub magical to go back in time. It's like we have it's just like broken right now, so it's fine.
Terrible. Yeah, I've heard terrible things. So I've never seen it.
This person's name is like Dino. Just keep it going. Just keep it going.
I know. I want to call Austin now.
Please enter now or press star for a dial by name directory. If you are a prospective tenant and have a question about a property, please visit our website at blockrealty.com.
I think I called it Block Realty earlier.
Oh yeah.
Anthony said very underrated movie. That's what I'm talking about. The second one wasn't good, but I don't feel like second movies are ever as good as the first. You know?
Yeah. Sometimes the second is better than the first, though, in very rare cases.
Name a movie where the second is better than the first.
I have to think about it. I don't actually know, but there's something out there that I know. Tom's saying Austin.
This call may be recorded for quality assurance purposes.
Anthony said the second one was terrible. I'm telling you. Terminator.
Thank you for calling.
I'm gonna be thinking about that.
And Elite Commercial Group, powered by Keller Williams Realty. How may I help you?
Honestly, I'm trying to find a realtor that could help me with purchasing a property. I don't have one specifically lined up, but I've been struggling to find a realtor out in the market.
Okay, sure. I'll be happy to help with that. May I ask who's calling?
My name is Ryan. I'm based in Arizona.
Okay, Ryan. And so may I get your last name?
Yep.
Over to the team and ask for somebody to give you a call back, and they will get you set up.
Gotcha. Is there anybody in the office at the current moment, or not at the time?
Just let me see if I can find someone.
Sure, no worries. So just to catch it up, I had to mute there for a second.
See, I'll try Paulina. Let me see if
Cool.
I can.
Okay, sounds good. I'll be here.
Her on the line. Okay, thanks, Ryan. Give me a moment.
I just
need to get a couple pieces of information first. I need your last name and your phone number.
thank you. So
You're welcome.
what I was trying to avoid was giving out that. I mean, look, phone number and email, last name, it's not a big deal. But where a lot of people get stumped is, oh my gosh, proof of funds, past deals, this, that, the other. I don't like giving out this information because this is what gets my phone blown up, from emails to text messages, random phone calls. I'm not looking to be put in a drip system. I'm looking to be treated just as much as I'm trying to give them the VIP agent role. They need to make me a VIP buyer. And if you're not familiar, agents have VIP buyers. If they don't, it's okay. They're just not a high producing agent, or they don't work with investors, which just goes back to where if they're only focused on traditional, they're missing out. So VIP buyers is just as much a real thing as it is VIP agents.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's interesting how you were the one that's like, can you just check if there's somebody, to talk to you
I know.
right
Like
now?
She's just like, I'll have somebody call you.
Hi, Ryan. I reached her voicemail. So what I'm going to do is send her over a message, let her know that you're looking for a realtor, and I will have her give you a call back as soon as possible. Okay?
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome, and you have a great rest of your day.
You too. Man. I'm not going to let this be upsetting because it's a really good episode. even while no one's answering, it's a really good episode because I want people to see this. I want people to see the calling. People don't realize how hard this actually can be sometimes when you have days where, imagine if this is consecutive. What if this was your entire day? I mean, if your entire focus and market just was call after call after call after call with no answer, that's when it might make sense to look at different markets. And I'm the first person to always say, stay in your backyard, stay in the local market.
Yeah.
But at a certain point, if people just don't answer, Cary, North Carolina might be one of those markets where you might just have to pull the list in Raleigh. Raleigh might be the one that you go and call to find the agent that's willing to go and work the outskirts. In this current market, obviously people are willing to drive a little bit out. It's just a matter of how far that truly is from Raleigh to Cary. If it's a 2-hour drive, it's gonna be a little bit harder. If it's 45 minutes to an hour, you'll find a realtor by calling people in Raleigh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
We should maybe we should switch to Austin, something.
You know, I'm too far down the rabbit hole right now, so
There's
I feel like I
somebody.
gotta call a couple more. I have to get somebody to answer the phone. That's like
Yes,
where my
yeah.
brain just might be wired like in a weird way. I don't quit. To me, this is I'm just
No,
getting
it's right.
started.
No, you're right though. Sometimes
And I'm like,
it's so true though. It's like you keep going. It can be
and
behind
I'm like,
just that next
I'm
one.
anxious. I'm kind of like I'm angry. I'm like, answer the phone.
Somebody's got to answer my freaking call.
Like it really
And Tom,
shouldn't be.
Bill and Ted is the best. I think Bill and Ted is one of those that has number 2 is like.
I had to phone a friend.
Oh yeah, I phoned a friend. Yeah, Tom's got my back.
Please leave a message. At the tone.
I'm not leaving a voicemail. She doesn't deserve a voicemail.
Hi, you have reached Rick Mangrum with
Can't even believe this right now.
Anthony's.
Hi, thanks for calling Erica Stewart with Synergy Real Estate Collective at Compass. I'm sorry that I've missed your call. Please leave a message or send me a text, and I'll get back to you as soon as I am able. If you reach this recording after 9 p.m., I will get back to you the next business day.
It's not 9 p.m.
Thank you so much for calling, and I look forward to helping you with your real estate
No,
needs.
you don't. Lies.
The mailbox is full and cannot accept.
Oh, she's not even checking her voicemails, man.
Oh gosh. All right.
Wait, who was that? Which one
That
was
was
that?
Erica. I'm on to John. I've got like 3 left out of 2 long texts of people.
Thank you for calling Walnut Street Rentals. We monitor and return these messages during regular business hours. Please tell us your name, your phone number, and the
They are information collectors over there in Karen. Oh my goodness.
Hello?
Hi. I'm trying to find an agent out in the Cary, North Carolina market. I'm based in Arizona.
Yes, I can assist you. What is your name?
My name is Ryan. What was your name?
My name is Hannah Chen, Cary Raleigh Realty.
Oh, awesome. Perfect. Okay. So it sounds like I got an agent on the phone. I appreciate that. I've actually been trying to call for like the last 30 minutes and nobody's answered my calls. So
Oh, okay. So are you a buyer or you are how can I assist you?
yeah, I'm a buyer. I'm based in Arizona and I've bought some properties out here, but we're expanding out to the North Carolina market and I'm just missing a realtor. I feel like that's the only piece that I need left on my team to help me make sure I understand the market. And then also as I'm purchasing properties, I would love for you to help me buy and sell them.
Okay, so it sounds like you are a investor, more seasonal, like flipper, right?
Yeah. And I don't know about seasoned. I mean, I've done a few, but
Okay,
yeah.
you sound like you know what you're doing at least.
Sometimes.
Yeah, so tell me about what is your ideal price range, property, what kind of the criteria, maybe we can assist you.
Sure. Primarily single family homes. I would like to stay under like a $400,000 price range. I guess the main thing for me is just the amount of renovations. And that's kind of where I think I would need some help from the realtor that we work with. I can look at the photos and we can have like a contractor go out to a property, but just having someone that could be there as my eyes and ears also helps. There's a lot of times where a property that I try to purchase, I run my numbers off what I can see, and then I find out that there's like some major renovation. I'm trying to stay away from like anything foundational or like fire damage or structural. Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree. So let me ask you, for 400,000, you're going to pay cash or you're going to finance?
I have cash, and then also we have hard money lenders and private lenders. So I try to use other people's money as much as I can, but I have the capital to use myself if needed.
And then 400,000, that is include a renovation. That means that you want to buy a house 200,000, but you want to renovate for 200,000. So
Yeah.
I want to know the portion,
Sure.
which we're talking about 400,000. Under 400,000 is like you want to buy 100,000, 150, and then spend another 200. What is the proration, the appropriation?
Yeah, great question. Purchase price up to like 400. Renovation, I would like to keep under like 75, at maximum like 100. But obviously, like if I buy it at 400, I put 100 into it. I would just want to be able to sell that thing for probably like 600-ish range, just so that we can make what we put back into it.
Got you. So you are looking at maybe 20% or at least, to get you out when you finish. Pretty much
Spot on.
In like,
Yep.
Yes.
Spot on.
Okay.
Yep.
Because we're managing 400 rental property, and most of my clients, they're investors. They're mostly California investors. So I help them a lot.
What's that saying? Never back down, never what?
Then I can see if within your price range, if there's something even exists, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I mean, if you've got rentals that you're managing out there, I don't mind taking a look at whatever properties it is that you guys are selling as they come to the market or before the market. And I can give you what our cash offer is with everything.
So are you under the company or under yourself?
I'm kind of like a one-man band. So I go and I find the properties myself. And then obviously we have contractors that do the renovations for us. And then I find like a realtor in the markets that we flip in. So in this current market, I don't have a realtor, but we've got some other relationships with other investors and contractors, but we're not, we're just not there locally.
You're in California, because I saw the number 480. I used to live in California 18, 19 years ago. That's
Definitely
why
not
we moved,
Arizona,
relocated, and bring all our California investors.
So I'm based in Arizona, but I mean, close enough. I mean, Arizona, California, they're blending together now.
Absolutely. So let me ask you, have you purchased any property, closed any property in North Carolina, in the Triangle area yet?
To be completely honest with you, I have not. We have a couple partners that have kind of been in our ear telling us about the North Carolina market. I've done like a couple wholesale like joint venture deals with people, but as for purchasing, this would be my first.
Okay, very good. I really appreciate your transparency. That's very important, because if I cannot help you, I will refer you to someone that I can help. But sounds like within the price range. So tell me, what are within under 500,000? What kind of the property you are particularly interested? It sounds like you want to buy something like just need renovation and in a good location, and then you can make when the market turn around, then you just want to make 20%, and then you just unload the property. This is more like the short term, less than a year or 6 months turnaround time. So tell me a little bit more about your strategy, or what is important.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Everything you mentioned, you hit it right on the head. That's exactly what I'm looking for. But then the other side of it is just, I'm looking for ease. I'm looking for something that's not going to be a headache. I know it's obviously easier said than done, and every flip I've done so far has had headaches that pop up. So we anticipate things that are going to happen. But what I just like is kind of what you had said. It's transparency. I want to know what I'm getting into, especially given that I'm not in that market. Aside from that, we put a lot of pride in our work. So when we do flips, we've had flip departments in the past where I've had teams where we were on and had people working for us that did not take pride in their work, and they were always taking shortcuts or dragging their feet. And in reality, that's just not how I try to operate. I try to do everything as fast as I can, but also putting out the best quality while being as transparent to all the parties involved in the transaction. So I'd say those are probably some of the most important things for us.
Yes.
And then obviously we like to make money.
Of course. That's why you are working so hard making phone calls. So then, have you been to North Carolina yet?
I have not. I was actually going to plan on taking a trip out there once we get a property under contract, as long as the numbers made sense.
Got you. So you are just waiting the right house.
I honestly, to be very transparent again with you, I've called like 20-something realtors. Just, this is the last piece of the puzzle for me. You were the first person that answered. So
That is so scary. I'm so sorry. Your experience doesn't look good because because when a lot of time, like right now there's so many scams. So I don't just tell them, because it's their problem, but
Right.
I think because the scammer just don't want to work. You have the work, but just always the few scammer make people want to scare them, and then end up the good people like yourself will treat it as a scammer.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I mean, also, I understand it's the holidays, but I'm looking to purchase something ideally before the end of the year if possible. So that's why I'm trying to call people and just see what I can come across. But it sounds to me like I've got the realtor right here that could help me out. So
tell me, so you have the hot money and you have the proof of fund, or what do you got?
Yeah, I mean, I've got whatever, like whatever is needed to qualify, I guess. We've got proof of funds. I could show a bank account. We could show our past deals. We have the hard money lenders that are willing to lend wherever that I could have you talk to. Contractors, I honestly haven't really talked to this guy too much out in the Carolina market, so I'd have to see if he'd be open to that. But as for everything else, I mean, we cross our T's, dot our I's, whatever it is that you need from us, we can make happen.
Okay, so what I like you to do, if you don't mind, you can send me your email address and first and last name.
Yep.
And then based on what you just described, I will send you some houses.
Cool.
And then you can actually start looking at, and then we can start, see if this is something with your criteria. You find something, you can also send it to me. So actually I can, we can start from there.
Yeah, absolutely. That sounds perfect to me. And then is this a good number to send you a text at or call you at?
Yes, that's
perfect.
Right.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you taking the time to chat with me today. And then if there's anything else that you need from me in the meantime, let me know. I'll send you that text as soon as we get off the phone.
Thank you. Talk to you soon, Ryan.
Bye.
Thank you.
Boom. All right.
That's it.
I still got it. Just kidding. 1 for 40. Yeah, it was a really good call today. It was a really good live because I want people to see it's not all rainbows and butterflies, but at the end of the day, we didn't switch markets. We didn't stop. We just kept going and look what happened. It was a great conversation. Great realtor. She was apologizing on behalf of other realtors that didn't answer the phone. And she legitimately felt it. That's what makes the biggest difference. So, yeah, let's open this thing up. We got a couple questions I saw it popped in, and then Landry, anything else that you got too? I'll get that banner. I'll put up here.
Oh yeah, nice. Okay. But yeah, I love that. Especially one of the books, I got to like almost the very end. Such a good one. I actually listened to it, but Think and Grow Rich, where it talks about
absolutely
a lot
Napoleon,
of the time.
awesome.
It's like, yeah, such.
She's got another book too, Outwitting the Devil. If you've not read that one,
I gotta put that down. I so good. And every time something that you like did just there, I'm like sitting here, be like, let's switch to another market, or like, oh, let's just move over. It's like in that book, I always think about. A lot of the time it's just like that illustration where somebody's mining and then there's like diamonds on the other end. And if you would have just kept a little bit longer, that's where people find success. Like it's usually when people are hitting like kind of that rock bottom or that quitting kind of feeling, and it's right there. Like just go on a little bit longer. So that's what it reminds me of every time there's like one more.
To get
that's why I mean I know that was really the reason
fault, honestly. I mean if you would have just put the drink here earlier they would have had more phone calls, but
honestly that's what I was thinking, but yeah, I'm gonna put that
in all seriousness. It was awesome to just even have to go through that with everybody, because I want everyone again to know it is not always rainbows and butterflies. There's a lot of times where I do this in Arizona. I mean, I will say in Arizona I think they pick up a little bit more. But in some markets like Cary, North Carolina, you could call 30, 40 agents and get, I think we had 2 or 3 that answered. And I'm not talking teams or receptionists. I'm talking actually people answering. I think it was 2. We had Chuck.
That was one of one of the worst times of people answering, I think, on this.
And we're in a normal time zone. We're not after 5 p.m. This is 2-hour time difference now. So it's like 3 o'clock their time. This is prime calling hours for those that are prospecting at any time of day, wherever you're at in the country. 3 o'clock, money, literally money. That's it. So whatever. We had a good conversation at the end. Was able to show everybody how we could bring it all back home. If you guys are looking for the software I used, it is literally right down there. batchleads.io/Zolin. You can do a 7-day free trial, 1,000 free records, which is 1,000 free realtors. You guys could go out there and do the same exact thing. Maybe not in Cary, North Carolina, but in whichever market that you choose locally or wherever you have JV partners. Aside from that, if you guys did not get a chance to click on the link already, agentinvestors.com/Discord. We do coaching calls every morning. It's ran by Patrick Conley. He's an amazing student inside of our community. He's cold calling agents every single day, Monday through Friday for 2 hours. You could show up and be a fly on the wall. You could make calls together. We have a running leaderboard that at the end of the month, we do surprises and giveaways for whoever it is that hits the most amount of calls, whoever gets the most amount of deals accepted. And also, again, I mean, I don't like to say that just anybody could do this business, but what do you think happens when people show up consistently? I mean, you're either going to fail out because it's not for you, or you're going to gradually get better, and then you will actively go out there and get more deals. So plenty of opportunity out there. As always, I appreciate you, Landry. Thank you so much for being an amazing co-host and helping out with the show. And then also thank you for everyone that just tunes in. If you're watching this live, or if you are here till the end, if you're watching the replay, we couldn't do the show without you. So in all seriousness, I know we joke around, have a good time. Just want to say thank you for those that show up. We appreciate you. We couldn't do it without you. So we'll see you guys next week, and hope you guys have a great weekend. Peace out.
Bye, everybody.